Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, I'm nervous. It's Q&A time. I'm not nervous about the Q&A. If it was just Q&A. It's been 5 years since I did a Q&A. I haven't done much of content outside of the stream. I mean, yeah, Instagram and stuff, but I haven't really been present myself. As much as I would love to say I'm that bubbling, energetic, no problems in life person that it often seems in stream. I was hoping my Q&A, it would be a possibility for me to share a different side of me. That mellow side that also exists in me, as hard it is as it is to believe. But no matter how ADHD I am and energetic, there is a really calm side. There is a really intense, emotional human being, and there's a lot of stuff in life that I would want to go through with you guys and have these conversations that are more like real talk. Obviously, you will ask questions and I will answer as far as my comfort zone will allow me, but this whole thing is out of my comfort zone. Okay, so question is, describe yourself with 3 words. When I got these questions, I instantly thought annoying. I'm really annoying as a human being. My friend, like, I could just hear like my friends, like people's voice saying, "You're so fucking annoying." Yeah, I know I'm annoying. I am someone that triggers a lot. I am really sarcastic. I joke a lot. I'm energetic, which everyone is aware of if you have seen me on stream. I'm really energetic. I have ADHD, but that's not even like I'm talkative and I'm really optimistic and I strive to have the maximum energy possible. And yeah, it's a lot. I'm a lot to handle, but it's that's how I am, and I don't want to be sorry about that. Just I'm a handful for sure. Then I said I'm ambitious. For sure. I live my life with a lot of goals, hard goals. I try to achieve a lot of things when it comes to workouts, lifestyle, overall sleeping. Like, what do I want from life? Basically, my goals lately been a lot based on my work. Streaming consume so much time to my company. And the goals I have, you know, from being a content creator itself to be able to become an influencer. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to be able to have an impact on things, to influence people. I need to work hard, you know, to have a voice that is being heard requires a lot of work. A way to be able to start being more influencing as a content creator or a streamer, I need to be able to share more. Obviously, it's time. But yeah, those 3 things I would say: energetic, ambitious. Oh yeah, I didn't say the 3rd one, dude. Stubborn. I'm really stubborn. I'm really analytic. I have like a way of thinking. This feels like this is right. This feels like this is wrong. You need to always be able to think about, don't assume things. Think about why a certain person behaves a certain way. My stubbornness comes from probably my morals a lot. I have a really big sense of me. I can't go against when I feel someone is doing wrong. I need to react to it. I can't let it slide. Okay, next question is, if streaming wasn't your full-time job, what would be? I had a calling job, I think. But then streaming and gaming took it. No, it's I was a coach in group and rhythmic gymnastics, but basically group gymnastics, and that was something that was a big passion of mine. I love to work with teenagers overall, with kids too. Like, I love kids. And being a coach, I had like from age, I think it was like the youngest that I coached were like 4 to 5, all the way up to 16. So yeah, I did that for years before streaming, and I was supposed to like study forward in it and, you know, go as far as possible. Definitely something I loved from the bottom of my heart. Like, I didn't notice the hours on the gym, you know, like we practiced and I enjoyed it so much that as hard as like intense with teenagers, especially, you know, like all the emotions, all the hard work, all the like sacrifices, but I loved every second of it. You know, it was definitely my calling. I was thinking when I started to stream that it would have been more like teenagers and stuff in the community, but we ended up having a community that like we average in age like 30. That's high. Like even my Instagram and everything, I don't really have a really young community. Like I'm completely adults or OG gamers, and I think, yeah, that's awesome. I just didn't see that would happen, but in gaming, I guess that's what happened. You're fucking old, guys. No, I'm joking. But it's like, yeah, definitely I would be a gymnastic coach, no doubt in that. Then there's a question. You were talking about a road trip earlier. Where to? So, yeah, after getting partnered with Autolle, which is amazing, and since I picked an X5 to myself that has like that picnic section, I was like, ta-da! We need to take my car on camping areas. And then I got this crazy idea, like, why not do a subathon? But in my car, you know, like, I will drive as far as the subs. And then I was like, no, I can't be live, you know, 50 hours from my phone, it will burn. So then I figured I will just plan it in front. We're looking now that it would happen in approx 1 month, middle of July. We would go to Lapland. Obviously, I have talked about Lapland a lot to you guys. I live in the south of the south myself, so I would go completely on the other side to the north of Finland, and I would obviously be streaming a lot. I would have my photographer and my friends with me, like 3 to 4 people in total, so we can switch up who's driving. But yeah, definitely a road around Lapland. I can't even start to explain how beautiful it is. Yeah, it's been approx like 15 years since I was there during the summer, so yeah, it's pretty exciting for me as well to travel there. Yeah, I'm super excited, and we're going to announce a date actually during the weekend, so to be sure when we're traveling. But we're looking out to have like a 5-day trip to the north, and I'm like super excited about this. I think it will be something extremely funny. We're going to do like goals to drop in lakes or visit a certain place, or, you know, like super hilarious challenges for me to do along the way to make the content go. And you know, I just hope my internet will work, you know, being on highways and stuff, like, and I don't know, in the north, like, is my 4G just going to like take it off? Like, how will things work? That I'm a bit concerned about, but I hope it will go good. So question is how you became professional gamer and what advice you will give to future generation like us, professional gamer. I would say, as much as I would love to have that title in life, it's not true. I don't think I'm a professional gamer. I mean, I make my earnings with playing games, but I'm not professional. I'm not the best of that game ever. Have not been ever in any game. Maybe World of Warcraft. No, I'm joking. I'm a professional streamer, or whatever you call it. It's a full-time streaming. How did I become that? Like 7 years ago. I never had gaming community in my real life. No one played. It was a kind of thing that when I was a teenager, I was ashamed of. Like everyone knew I gamed, but it wasn't a topic we talked about, because why would we when no one else didn't play? So what is there to talk about? But it wasn't like I was bullied because of that, but it was definitely a thing that I was a bit looked weird at. Like, it was questioned why. It was normal for my both brothers to be gamers, but it was a bit like, a weird thing that I was so into gaming. I remember that. And I remember having this, like, cloud above me being like, this girl, so cool. And it's like, instantly when she opens her mouth, she's like, weird. That was maybe the nerd in me, I don't know. But like, I remember feeling a bit uncomfortable. So yeah, growing old, like, I played all my life. Like, I never stopped even after teenage. Gaming was a part of my life, but more in my 20s, 21, like, I started to play Dota with my brothers again. And my cousin. And my cousin was like, yo, like, I remember being on my laptop, you know, and I was even on my microphone from my headset and shit, and like I was in my kitchen with my laptop playing with my broskies every night. And they're like, yo, why don't you stream? I was like, ah, like, have you heard of Twitch? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I checked it out and I was like, oh my God, that's insane. Like, how can they just play games? And people are like, they're just so hyped about it. They're like all over the place in the chat. So I'm like, what the f can you do this as a job? I was like so into it. There was like, I think there was one Savage or something in Hearthstone that I knew was from Finland. That's it. It's like, dude, how do you do this in Finland? Like, what's happening? Obviously, in the beginning, I didn't think it can become my career. It can become something. I wanted people to play with. I had zero friends to play with except my own family. So yeah, I started streaming and I gathered like a community of like, we were like 10 people playing Dota max. And that went on for some time, and then there was like 10 viewers in per stream maximum, and then they were like, play CSGO, and I was like, what? Yeah, then it started to grow from CSGO. It like in 1 year I got my partnership in like, I think it took me 7 months. It really exploded during the summer. I was really into skins. I collected like one of the most beautiful inventories in the world. As of course I loved the game as well. Like we played all the time, constantly, long hours. It was crazy. It was like my way of doing streaming was like I did hype content more than being like chill about it. You know, like I wasn't just playing what I wanted. I made content. And that kind of like, yeah, I got the views, I got the traffic, but I got that negative side of it as well, and I didn't like it. You know, like, I want them to be there for me. Not for the content, not for the giveaways, not for that extra hype that is just, you know, it's not real. And then I switch up. And yeah, it affected my traffic, but it didn't affect my support. Completely the opposite. The more I started just doing and playing games that I with, the more crazy my stream got, the more partners I got. Like, my sponsors too. I just made this decision 2 years ago. Like, I'm not working for free for no more company. It's not like stuff that I get from my partners will pay my bread on the table. You know, like, you need to be aware of your value. You need to see what you're good at. You need to like calculate how much traffic can you make. Like, that's a completely different video. I was always into being an entrepreneur. I love numbers. And then I just started to hustle, and then I just made these rules. Like, for example, with the partnerships, like, they pay you. They're a source of your income as a full-time streamer, and that's how it should be. It has just grown. I don't know. Every single year we manage to grow. Every single year my community supports more and more and more and more. It is bamboozling amazing, and I feel extremely lucky to be where I am, and I'm really lucky that the people that have become a big part of my community have found their way to my stream. It's insane to think about how much support I receive compared to, you know, my average views or something. Just remember, it's not about the views. Like, views comes. It's the same as don't think about money. Money will follow. You need to really be comfortable in what you're doing. You know, you need to be confident on what you're doing. Don't force it. Don't push it. Do something you really enjoy doing, so it doesn't feel like you're working. That's how I feel. I stream for 12 hours. I'm like, duh, really? I did that? And then I'm exhausted the next day. But while I'm working, I don't feel it. It's so much fun. Like, you guys make it super fun. But yeah, then again, I have a really, really, really good community, and I'm super blessed. So that's the reason I can do what I do. Okay, so the last question. Have you ever imagined or dreamed about getting to this point in your life? Ooh, this is a tough question, yo. I always followed my passion with things instead of what people say you should do. I hated that. I was a rebel cis teenager. I was like, I do it my way then. F this. F everything what people say, or you know what the doctor says? I have a really bad scoliosis, and they were like, basically when I was 19, they were like, yeah, you have no future. And all of the things I wanted to become, they were like, no, you can't do that. Because you can't stand, you can't do this or you can't do that. I was like, the f. And then they were like, we can write you an early retirement papers because of this back. Like, you're not functionable to work. And I was like, dude, that, like, you can't say that. Like, I'm going to study this and this. Like, it's horrible to hear that. We didn't have a lot of money. My mom was a single mom. She took care of 3 kids. She was full-time, working as a nurse, day, night. I learned a lot by watching the work that my mom did and how consuming a work can be. And yeah, definitely I was thinking, you know, when people say money doesn't make you happy, that's the people that never was without money that says that. Yeah, I understand you can be unhappy as well, you know, with money, but it's really hard to be just happy without money when it's that constant stress or shadow above things that you could do or you're not capable of doing, all the free time you're losing, all the time you're sacrificing to earn. So yeah, I always planned that I will succeed in life. I want my mom to have good years in retirement. You know, like I would love to make it big in life so she could chill. I would love to have a life for the future that I wouldn't have to worry at all. And I have done pretty good since 7 years. You know, when I go to the store, I can buy whatever food I want to eat. Like, that's a privilege. That's insane. I'm really lucky to do so good with my stream. But yeah, I definitely always knew I will work hard. 100%. I went to like 3 different hobbies as a kid while doing like modeling school and going to school. Like, I traveled with bus to everywhere and I was home. I did like, I don't know, like 15 hours days, like every day. Like, it was crazy, but I got into that, like, with hard work. You do stuff, you become stuff. I was always a worker, and I loved to work beside my work, my school. I always loved, I was in cafeterias, I was cleaning. I always loved to work. So yeah, I was thinking entrepreneuring since I was basically giving the retirement papers, and the options that I felt, I was like, dude, you really need to set your own stuff. You know, like you like numbers, you like to analyze stuff, analytics. You love to grind. So yeah, streaming is definitely, it wasn't the option. It came out of nowhere, you know, like I didn't plan it, but I went with it. There is a lot of topics we should tackle when it comes to streaming and having a company and like changing the mindset of being a full-time streamer from being a streamer that, like, you know, you stream to find friends. The mentality switch that you do there, the work you put in, the sacrifices you do, they're real. Some people, they just say this is the easiest job in the world. For me personally, it's not. It's never been. This is the hardest job I have ever had. But that's also like, the better you get at it, the easier it should get, right? But I think since every single year I'm like doubling my goals, it gets harder, obviously. But I feel like if I don't do that, I get comfortable. If I get comfortable, it's the end game. You know, you can't get comfortable in your seat. You need to go forward, and that's just the phase of life. But yeah, I had no idea I will make it like this, but never ever did I think I would be blessed with a job like this, and I would find a path like this in life. With all of my ADHD and stuff in life, it's like, this is definitely a thing that I'm meant to be doing, and I can feel that. But yeah, that's it. I will not answer any more questions, because otherwise this video will take like 1 hour. But, you know, like, I'd rather take like 5 questions per maybe Q&A would be more suitable. But if you have questions, I would love to have them underneath the Q&A. And don't be afraid to ask harder questions. I love those. I love when it gets real. We can make one Q&A only about things that tackle streaming. I can talk forever about it. And I have listed things of how I would want to tackle those questions. So anything that interests you from you know, what I'm doing as a streamer or my health situation, anything. I'm not sensitive about talking about that topics. I'm more like sensitive for you to get to know me maybe, but I will get used to it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will be doing this more and more. Hopefully every week we could do a Q&A. You just need to ask me some questions, okay? Thank you for watching.